guys. We are going to start our first math unit today. We are going to be talking about reasonable magnitude. Can you guys say that with me? Reasonable magnitude. Now, this is something that we should have done in first grade, but since we went out in March, we never got to do it. And that's totally okay. We're just going to roll it into second grade. Now, I know the words reasonable and magnitude are big old fancy words, but I am here to make it better. Here we go. When we talk about magnitude, say magnitude. That's the size of something. Is it big? Is it small? Is there a lot? Is there a little bit? When we talk about magnitude, it's just a fancy way to say the size. Okay? Now, reasonable. When we ask is something reasonable, is it fair? Is it sensible? Does it make sense? So think about this. Is it reasonable to think that I am going to the moon? No. But is it reasonable to think that I might have a cheeseburger? Well, of course that is. So let's do this again. The magnitude tells us the size. Reasonable tells us it makes sense. Okay? So let's put it together. Reasonable magnitude. A size or amount that makes sense. Let's do it again. Reasonable magnitude is a size or amount that makes sense. So think about this. Can we fit 500 people in our classroom? Is it reasonable to think I'm going to put 500 people in my classroom? No. That's too many. That is not reasonable. So let's think about this. How many people could we fit in a car? I want you to close your eyes for a second. Picture your mom's car, your dad's car, grandma's car, anybody's car. About how many people can you get in that car? Can you get 4 people? Can you get 17? What about 100? No. You probably just thought of a number that makes sense. And guess what, second graders? You just did reasonable magnitude. It's that easy, friends. We got this. How many people could we fit in that boat you see? That little paddle boat right there. Maybe 1, 2, or 3? What about 30? You're probably telling me no. You just did reasonable magnitude again. You thought about what would make sense. Good job. So, to determine reasonable magnitude, we need to estimate. Everybody say, estimate. When we estimate, we find a number that's close to the actual or to the real amount. Now listen, guys, I didn't sit here and say count. I didn't say, ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7. Miss Lawler didn't say to count. I said to find a number that's close. Okay? We're going to practice that. To make an estimate, you use your schema. That's what's in your brain. And you got a beautiful brain. So you're going to use your brain plus some clues, like a detective. So look at this one. About how many meatballs are on the spaghetti? And don't you dare count. You don't need to count. I know that there is not 130 meatballs on there. Get rid of that choice. Nope. Is there 30? No. So the best choice here is 3. And you know what, friends? You did it. Good job. That is reasonable magnitude. So let's make sure we know. Reasonable magnitude. A size or amount